Talking of Sean Reid taking a penalty, maybe he's got stage fright. Let's see. He's on YouTube. Hello and welcome back to Club 1 Part 8 of our FM22 Let's Play, where we attempt to go from non-league football to winning the Champions League. We're back here today with Blyth Spartans. We've got two more matches for you. We first off got a FA Trophy quarter-final against Woking and then a league match against Chorley. Now, since you were with us on Sunday, we have gone forward and had a few more matches. So the last one we would have seen on the channel were the matches against Farnsley Celtic and Alfrington. Since then, we've been on a pretty decent run. We did win all of these matches in a row, so we didn't lose a match at all in February, including the match against Aldershot, which was the FA Trophy 5th round, which we won 2-1, but we have drawn our last two matches in the league. Because of these results, the league table looks like this. We are sat in third. We do have a game in hand over a couple of the teams down below us, but I feel we are doing much better than we were a couple of episodes ago. And we are kind of more consistent, apart from, again, we've got those two draws, so we seem to be edging back the other way again. Those matches there, the highlights are probably that 2-1 win against Aldershot, obviously in the league above us, but also a 4-0 win against Flyde, who are top of the table, so that's always a nice one. We did end up deciding to skip over that match against Aldershot because we just kind of want to get a bit further forward in this series now, sort of ramp up the pace a little bit. But we have obviously got this quarterfinal today against Woking, so this is the team we are going to be using for that one. We've got Johnstone in goal, Liddell, Brownsword, Buddle and Evans as our back four. We've then got Cunningham, Sharif and Reid in midfield, O'Donnell and Thompson on the wings, with Brown, Sterling up front. And this is pretty much the team we've been using for that run where we've not lost a game. We are actually, according to the email I received, on a record unbeaten run with Blyth Spartans. Now, I can't remember exactly how long it's been, but so far it is a record. I don't know if cup matches will count for that. I guess they would, because it would still be us losing a match. Well, hey, we'll hopefully get a good result here against Woking. And if you do enjoy today's episode, as always, please do drop a like down below. It does really help the channel out. And Woking may be a higher league opposition, but obviously we had that match against Aldershot and we did really well in that one. We have got a corner here, Liddell to take that one into Cunningham. It's gone to Reid. It's hit the crossbar. We're actually unlucky not to be ahead there. We had two players with a bite at the cherry there with Cunningham and Reid, and either one could have scored. For those of you saw the episode that was titled The Worst Penalty Ever, which was taken by Sean Reid, he has continued taking our penalties and he has scored 3 since then. So he was remaining our penalty taker despite his misfortunes when taking that last penalty that got blasted into the crowd somewhere. He's come good since then, so we've decided to keep him. We can see at this match, when we are in form, we're definitely in form and we are dominating Woking right now. It's just, can we go and make something of it? This is where we've been better the last few matches, is that when we've been ahead like this in terms of match stats and dominating the game, we have managed to go ahead and put a couple in the back of the net, which in turn obviously has helped our league position and our performance massively. But we are going to get to half time here with only the one highlight. Tell the team they are doing well. They definitely are doing well here. I mean, according to match stats, I haven't seen a lot of the actual match because there's not been a lot of highlights, but we'd assume they're doing quite well by the looks of things. The crowd sound happy. I mean, I can't hear them because the sound is off. And talking of Sean Reid taking a penalty, maybe he's got stage fright. Let's see. He's on YouTube. Sean Reid to take a penalty. Sean Reid slotting that one home nicely. And ever since he's missed that penalty, that is how he now takes them, just really carefully. So I'm just gonna hit this one into the corner really gently. We're gonna go for placement rather than power. And it seems to be working out quite nicely for him. And that does put us 1-0 up against Woking. And I'm not sure who else is actually left in this now. I don't know if I can manage to have a look here. Potentially, can we look at the FA Trophy scores? We can. We've got Barnet in here, Slough, Boston United, Altrincham, Kettering and Bromley. So I feel like if we did manage to win this game against Woking now, we probably stand a semi-decent chance, at least an outsider's chance of going all the way and winning the final. And we're going to try and grab a second here. Thompson has managed to get past. We've got a second penalty. I don't think I've seen this in FM before. I generally don't think I've ever played a match where I've had 2 penalties in it. One either end, maybe, but not 2 penalties for the same team. Sean Reid putting that exactly in the same spot as the previous goal, putting us 2-0 up. We've all mocked him so much after he missed that penalty. He doesn't miss them anymore. He's determined never to be mocked in that way again. I mean, if the goalkeeper has just gone, this is where he puts his penalties, and made a dive there, then he would have saved it. Instead of that, he kind of went for placement and power that time. The goalkeeper didn't even really move, and Sean Reid turning himself into a hero against Woking here. We do definitely look like we're going to be winning the match now. We have got a couple more tired legs, so we'll make another couple of substitutions here. I mean, JJ O'Donnell should probably be coming off. Let's take off Thompson. We'll put on Josh Gillies, I'm going to call him. Joshua James Gillies. We're going to put him on. He's been actually quite good coming off the bench as a substitute. Obviously, we haven't used him very much purely because he was injured so long at the start of the season. He was out for 5 or 6 months, so we never actually got a chance to get into the side. But he is a very, very reasonable substitute to bring on that right hand side for Thompson. He can come on that left hand side for O'Donnell as well. He's a useful squad player. Talking of which, obviously a lot of the squad going to be out of contract at the end of the season. I'm not sure how many of these guys will be here next season. I think it's very much going to depend on the rest of this season. Do we end up in the playoffs? Do we end up not in the playoffs? Maguire through on goal here. Maguire has made it 3-0. Easy as you like that one. That was Josh Gillies actually with the assist, which seems like he was very, very central here for a apparent right winger. But we're not going to complain about it too much because he's put that on a plate for Maguire to run on to. Maguire has slotted that one home. Calm as you like. It does put us 3-0 up against Woking, and our form at the moment is incredible. But yeah, players staying at club I think is very much going to depend on how we do the rest of this season, really. If we do get to those playoff spots, and if we do get to them, how we do in them. You know, we could end up being promoted this season, in which case we are definitely going to need to build a very, very different squad. Equally, I think there are a couple of players here who I wouldn't be too fussed about leaving, and Josh Gillies has now got a goal of his own. Maguire has now given him the assist, and they've exchanged assists and goals, both coming on as a substitute in this second half. Gives me a little bit of thinking to do. The whole reason I play Thompson over on that right hand side rather than Gillies is purely potential wise, because Connor Thompson has still got quite a lot of room to grow into a better player, whereas Josh Gillies, at least according to my staff, is already capped out on his potential, so there's no point really investing that sort of time on him. He remains a squad player, but not one that we're going to be playing too consistently. And that does put us, I believe, into the semi-finals. I'm pretty sure it's not a two-legged affair. It is not a two-legged affair, so we'll work out, I guess, in between matches here who we are going to get in that semi-final, but we are still on for a bit of silverware here. So we have now got our FA Trophy opponents going to be Boston United in the semi-final of that cup. And actually, interestingly, if we have a look at our schedule, we've got them at the start of the month in the cup, and then a week later we've got them in the league as well. So we can have a whole episode worth of Boston United. If you're up for that, let me know. But I don't think anyone's going to be up for that. That seems pretty boring. We have gone with exactly the same side at the... Oh, no, we can't. I was about to say we've gone for exactly the same side against Chorley, but actually Cunningham has foiled that plan by being suspended for it. So we're going to put Sean Reid there instead, and then I guess we put Ben Clark in there, and now we've got relatively the same team, only Clark's had to come in instead of Cunningham, as opposed to Cunningham in the last match, because obviously he's normally been playing as our defensive midfielder. He has been very consistently in that position since we changed to the 4-3-3, but we'll have to deal without him today. I feel like this team has still got what it takes to go out and get a good result. We'll see if that rings true or not. It might not. That was a very weird little flash of a highlight. Who knows what was going on there. And at the moment, Chorley have got a free kick. Blakeman taking that straight into the wall. The wall have stood up strong to that one, not letting that one through. And actually, Brown Sword managed to clear that one as well. O'Donnell now with a ball forward to Brown Sterling, who's chested it down, gone out wide to the left. He's pulled it back to Sharif. It wasn't the best pass in the world. And now we've gone all the way back to Brown Sword, which is kind of taking a bit of the potency out of that attack, but never mind. Reid over to Sharif now, back to Reid. Can we get a ball out to the wings or into the box? Either or. Ben Clark through to Thompson. Oh, that was an awful, awful finish. I've seen Thompson bury those sort of chances, pretty much identical chances to that this season, but on that occasion, completely fluffed his lines. Definitely not the ideal situation there from Thompson. If he keeps doing that, he has got obviously Gillies, who we saw in the first match of the episode, on the bench. Thompson into Buddle, but actually, as I say that, he gets a very, very nice assist. No, he doesn't, because it's not going to count. Is that offside? Apparently that one is, I'm assuming, offside, because we didn't get a replay of the highlight of it. Hey, never mind. We've still got the momentum here with this side. That's an absolutely awful throw-in, though. Just sort of gifted that one back to Chorley. Evans has come forward there to chest that one down and cut out the big long ball forward, though, which has kind of neutralised their attack. Now, can we actually build one of our own? We seem to be very, very slow building and slow pace today. The Blyth Spartans outfit. Back to Buddle here. We are still in our own half, and we've attempted a ball forward. Buddle there. Not very, very good pass, shall we call it. And now it has let Chorley in with a chance. Can they get into our box? Perhaps. Maybe. They've got... Oh my goodness. I think that hit the crossbar there. It's a good sort of reflex save from Johnston, as it turns out. Not exactly what I'm hoping for so far in this match. It's another shot on goal there for Chorley. Johnston once again making a really, really good save, to be fair to him. Can we actually get anything happening for our side in this half? We've had a disallowed goal. We've had Thompson miss an absolute sitter. It should be O'Donnell. It's not. It's Thompson taking this one. Can Thompson? No, that one's hit the post. We just don't seem to be able to get that last little bit of luck we need to get this ball in the back of the net in this second match of the episode. Hopefully, the second half will bring something different, even if it's only a couple of substitutions, unless we can nick one right at the end here. Liddell with the corner into someone. It's gone into Buddle. That's the second time he's put one away this episode. This one's counted. I was about to just sort of going, is that going to be called back for VAR as well? But it hasn't been. It's gone over the head of Reid, over to Buddle for him to head home. And that's a really, really nice time for us to score the goal, to be fair. Surely manager's going to be there rewriting his notes as they walk down the tunnel, because we've completely turned that tie on its head now with that goal. And they've got 3 yellow cards, I've just noticed as well. Not the best disciplined team of this Chorley side at the moment. We do always seem to be a better team in the second half of matches as well, so hopefully now we can go and get a second goal in this one. That would be absolutely lovely. At the moment though, no highlights to speak of, so not looking like a very forthcoming goal if it's going to happen. And we're going to hit the 70th minute. After this highlight, we will be making substitutions. Chorley just managing to pull one back of their own there. It's basically a replica of our goal that got disallowed at the start of the episode. Just a free kick into the area for them to head home. And I do think here we need to make some substitutions. Brown Sterling's not done a lot. Maguire is going to come on for him. We'll bring on Josh Gillies over on that right-hand side. While we're here, I feel like we probably need to just make our third substitution as well. Ben Clark is the outliner in midfield, so Nicky Deverdix can come on for him. And maybe that will be enough changes there to make an impact on the game. Yeah, this is just very much a replica of our goal, except it's been floated a bit further away from the goal line, and as such he's actually stayed onside, and it's going to count. And do we go attacking here to try and keep up the momentum on the top of the league? I mean, it's probably not overly worth it, just for the fact we are drawing, and it's... Are we likely really this season to be higher than third? Maybe not, but Josh Gillies has got his second of the episode. That was a fantastic goal. Never mind going attacking. Never mind are we going to finish above third. Josh Gillies doesn't care about any of that. He is absolutely fed up apparently with sitting on the bench. and he's just come out to show off in front of the YouTube audience today. That was a really, really good cross and a really, really good header to finish it off as well. And I think, is that going to keep us third still? It is going to keep us third regardless still of what happens here. It does put a little bit of distance between us and fourth place York, which, you know, is quite nice. Again, we are a team that was touted for relegation, absolutely certain to be the bottom end of the table. So if we're managing to have a good FA Trophy run and finish in, you know, the top 7 and get in a playoff position and a chance of promotion, I think that's a job very, very well done so far. And we'll tell the boys they had an excellent win today, and we're very, very happy with it. We would like to encourage more of that sort of performance, please, lads. Hopefully they can keep that up. We are 3 points behind Gateshead. We're only 6 points behind Flyde. I think that might be a stretch too far for the team, finishing top of the league and actually winning it. But you never know, it could happen. So just looking at it, we actually are playing Boston United 3 times in the space of like a week and a half. So we could have an entire episode of Boston United, but I think instead we'll probably come back for either the first or the second leg of the cup, depending on other results. And then we'll probably come back for the Telford match, because we haven't played against Telford this season yet on YouTube, but I don't think. And then we'll be very, very much near the end of the season. And hopefully we'll have a couple of more games tacked on to the end of that with the FA Trophy final and some playoff matches as well. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like down below. It really, really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you are enjoying the content on the channel, please do consider subscribing as well. You can do that by hitting the channel symbol that's up on the screen now. And in the meantime, why not have a look at this video next?